What up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady T Marie, with Itz A Chicago Vibe. And today's topic is when God is about to give you something big. Stay tuned. What up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady T Marie, with Itz A Chicago Vibe. And we will be dropping a new episode every week. Stay tuned.
DJ Mr. Success.
Welcome to the show. It's Chicago Vibe, Lady T is Success, riding across the world, yeah, we sliding. The hostess with the most, stand on business, yeah. A party ain't lit until we in it, yeah. On point got interviews, entertainment, sports, worldwide news, good conversation and laughter too. Promote shows and perform too. The dream team like Shields and Tyson in his prime. It's a Chicago Vibe, modern day Bonnie and Clyde, yeah.
I'm your girl, Lady T Marie, with Itz A Chicago Vibe, signing out, sending love to the world and hugs to them.
What's the word and what's good, everybody? Welcome back to It's a Chicago Vibe with me,
Mr. Success.
Lady T. And on today's topic, we're talking about when God is about to give you something big. The path to greatness and success sometimes may come. You may experience struggles and challenges and some disturbing moments. In life, there are no shortcuts to success or easy paths to your dreams you hold in your heart. When God is preparing you and to bless you, he doesn't just hand it to you. He transforms you into the person that can hold that weight of that blessing. And this transforming sometimes may be uncomfortable. We go through things, we lose friends, loved ones, material things and everything. God is just stripping you down to be that person who you need to be so you can recognize your purpose in life and whatnot, and do you want to collaborate on this a little bit, Lady T, too?
I definitely could elaborate on this. Well, I'm one who has been through a journey of God, literally. I feel like everything that I'm gonna say in God, because it's the difference. Because the enemy, people misconstrue, like, when the enemy give blessings too, and they're not blessed, they really curse. Mm-hmm. So I'm talking about me being in God, being in the Lord, my journey, everything that I have received from God, I had to go through to get to everything. It's not like a walk in the park where he just gonna give you this and do it, give you that. Like it's not that God wants us to go through things to go through even bad things. Sometimes it's a lesson and a blessing in the same thing. It's something that God want to get your attention at. You know what I mean? What did you learn from this? You know what I mean? What did you get out of this? So we won't repetitiously make the same mistake in some cases over and over again. So, when he get ready to bless you, all hell break loose. Like, you be like, God, it almost feel like, man, am I cursed? Like, what did I really do? Did I do something? Like, checking yourself of the things you probably did in the past, and God don't even move like that. Once you ask God for forgiveness, like, it's done. You know what I mean? Right. They say that the world say we reap what we sow. You know what I mean? But once God forgive you from something, it's forgiven. You know what I mean? Now, if you keep going back in the dirt, you're going to get dirty, So, I just feel like when God's finna bless you, it's like you lose, like you said, you lose people, you lose things. I can remember like a quick testimony, right? When me and my family, me and my husband and my kids, we lost our home. And God had prepared me. He even prophesied to my daughters, like, we finna go through a fire. She was 3. And every day she was like, fire, get out, wherever you are. Every day, true story. And so I told my husband, like, we need to prepare for a fire drill, like, get the kids ready.
Right.
And him and my daughter laughed at me and mocked me and was like, we know how to stop, drop, and roll. I'm like, no, I'm serious. For her, she's prophetic, and for her to be running through this house like this, it's a fire, something happened. Long story short, boom, at church, ministering the word of God, fire, whole house burned down. Kid, within a matter of a week, I'm in the hotel, right? So all my enemies, all my woes, they was clapping, they was happy, like, yeah, she ain't got that big house now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was happy. You could tell, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, give y'all some game. This how you could tell when a person is not excited for you, well, happy for you, because you could be at your lowest of your lowest, and they won't even extend a olive branch to say, what is it I could do to help you to make, I can't give you the world, but I bring you a bowl of chili?
Something right.
Can I just keep it real? Everybody and their mama stayed with me. That my house is just known for that. And nobody said, oh, can you stay here? Can I bring you a cup of chili? And I didn't understand why. But I understand why now. God said, because I don't want nobody else to get my glory. So sometimes when we are feel like we're in a bottomless pit, in the valley, and like feel like we can't get out, it's not that God don't want people to help you. It's just he know if certain people help you, they gonna try to steal all the shine. So
Yep. That's the
fast
truth.
forwarding, within a week, we in this hotel. Man, I had to preach. I didn't even have a pair of shoes. I called certain people, like, my shoes, everything burnt up. And I had to preach in my socks. But guess what? When I tell you by that Friday, God showed up because of my faith. And that's where it come in. You cannot move God with tears. You can't move God you can move him with the word of God, but you got to believe that through his word that he is going to manifest what he is going to manifest in your life. So your faith is what moved the mountain. Your faith is what gets you to the next level, to the next dimension of where you need you to be in him. So I was angry at my husband because he and the kids is in this pool. I'm stressing, like, we gotta find a place, y'all having fun. It's like game time. I ain't trying to hear this. And I'm like frustrated. And so by that Friday, not only did God, I didn't even know, when I tell you the Satan himself was after me, I was like, what is going on? But it's something about God will give you a word of confirmation. And the Lord told me to look up, and I saw every flag of every country in the world. And God said, the reason why I allowed you to go through the fire is because I have to purify you. And sometimes God will allow us to go through trials and tribulations because he want to get all that old stuff, that residue. He want to get all that other stuff off of us so that when he put us before kings and great men and women, other women of God, we won't go ignorant. You know what I mean? We won't make him look stupid. So sometimes God will allow us to go through cycles of certain things just to prepare us for the promises that he has for us. So all I needed was that one word. I didn't need nobody to call me and say it's going to be all right. I knew from when he told me that. So by that Friday, fast forward, all my enemies came, set up my very table that Friday, because I thought, oh my God, I'm homeless. God, the car broke down, the Cadillac broke down, everything bad imaginable happened to me, bad happened. I'm like, now, Lord, I've been preaching for you over 20 years. Like, wait a minute, is I'm doing something right? And you evaluate yourself and be like, is this something that I've done? And it's not. God just trying to elevate you. So by that Friday, when I tell you, God blessed me with not a new 4-bedroom new home. Mortgage was paid for a whole year, every utility. It was an overflow. It was overflowing. So I say that to say this: when God bless you, he don't bless you a little bit, a little dab, but do. it's like he opened the floodgates and the blessings of the Lord make it rich and add no sorrow. So he literally flood us with what we've been waiting on. So that wait, when you it versus when you on the enemy side, you know, that money it come, that the blessing come and then it's like tainted, and then it'll be like, dang, well, I had it, I remember it, but I didn't enjoy it. Versus God, on God's side, it's like, okay, God gave me the blessing. Now I'm gonna enjoy the fruits of my labor. So that's all I got to say about that. I
That's
hope that
what's
wasn't
up.
too much.
True testimony though. It's never too much. You gotta give God the glory and stuff that He done for you, because, like you say, when He's preparing you for something big, you know, the
Mhm.
not only is He working for you, the enemy goes to work itself. Send people around you to try to distract you, take away, you know, and that's why you go the transformation to be more harder, because when you open the doors for those people that mean you no good in the first place, it takes you through harder trials and tribulations and things, you know. So that's like God is working, the enemy stays at work too. So
Yeah,
you gotta allow
I
yourself to prepare yourself to defend against it. So
you definitely have to. Another thing I wanted to add too, to get closer to your breakthrough, to your blessing, you have to guard the anointing that's on your life because, like you said, the distractions that come and people, the enemy know what we want. He know
mm-hmm.
what we like. He know how we want it. He gonna put it in a cute bow. It's gonna look good. People think that Satan got horns and all that. No, he was the most beautiful angel,
Angel, yep, and people forget that. Yeah.
and he was so cold that he like, God, you need to be worshiping me. What?
Yep, and
How
people
you gonna
forget
tell
that
your
story. Yep.
mama? That's just like telling your mama and your daddy, you need to worship the ground I walked on, and they birth you. What?
Right.
He
Yeah.
slapped him straight up, straight down
Right
from
out of
heaven,
the kingdom. Right.
straight down. Like, nigga, did you forget? He felt because I looked as good, and I play so beautiful. That pride,
Mm-hmm. The pride, that
no.
energy, and people adapt to stuff like that. They get so big headed that they think they bigger and better than the Almighty God, you know, and that's it's
Mhm.
like when they on their high horse, they get knocked down just like Satan themselves got cast out of the kingdom. So, you know,
So we gotta definitely humble ourselves.
self,
That's
right,
one thing I've learned. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, you shouldn't humble yourself." You can humble yourself under God. You know what I mean, and
right.
not be prideful. Not saying that you don't walk in confidence and know who you are, because God created us in His image, in His likeness. But at the same time, don't be going around be thinking like, "Oh, I've arrived." Even if you got
Mm-hmm.
$1 billion in your account, I have $1 billion in my account. You wouldn't even know it
Wouldn't
because
even know it.
money. Oh Lord, I
Attracts
know
more evil. Evil doers, evil
people.
people. Yeah.
People think because they got a big house, they think because they drive a certain car. It's just a brand.
Mm-hmm.
If you riding a putt putt, if you in the basement apartment, it don't matter. Like God, we are all equal in His eyes. So God has no respect of a person. That's something that we gotta, because I know people who have been a millionaire, and
Mm-hmm.
at this level now they ain't got $1. They ain't got nothing, none of that. Not to say they were bad people. It's just,
Right.
it's a time and a season for everything. So
Yeah, when
we
you
gotta
get
stay up.
stripped down and stuff get taken away from you, when you get it back and blessed back with it, you know, you appreciate things a little more, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because you've been with it and you've been without it. So you give appreciation to things a little bit more too that way. So I think that's all
Absolutely.
part of the transformation as well. So
Yeah. It's definitely necessary.
yeah.
Especially in this time that we living in with everything like going up, the prices going up in
Mhm.
food. Um, Everything is being attacked. But I just want to say too, for the people who looking at the government. I know we're not talking about the government. Don't depend on the government to be your source. Allow God to be your source.
Exactly.
Because He is the one that, if they shut everything down, you better know God is up to something.
Yep.
Baby, if you gotta go grow, y'all better start buying y'all some seeds.
Yep,
I
learn how
bought
to farm. Yep.
I done bought me some cucumber seeds. I bought some carrots, kale, all type of seeds.
but
Start stocking up on y'all seeds.
But those the things we're supposed to be eating anyway. Stuff we could
Absolutely.
grow on our own, and you got to look at it now though nowadays anyway. And people don't even see it that it's not even seeds in a lot of the fruits and stuff like that. It's like they're trying not to let us grow our own food and crop and stuff like that. I know it was times when
Mm-hmm.
I was growing up, it was fruit trees and everything in our backyard and stuff. Even as a little boy, I even tried to grow a garden for some year, couple of years. I did grow it. I had collard greens stuff up in it, tomatoes and stuff was growing up in it. You go in
Yeah.
the supermarket and stuff now, you see how much all that stuff costs, stuff that you can grow right in your own backyard and stuff. And then we
Look, y'all ain't got,
complaining.
and a lot of people like, well, I ain't got the money to buy the buckets. Y'all better go get some my buckets from the Dollar Tree.
Don't right. It's like my boy said he got a farm. He called it the stick and rock hustle. You better go get a branch off a tree. You can just like go back there and start it with your own hands. It's not hard. So but yeah, it's times you can't blame everything. Like you say, put your faith in the Lord, prayer and stuff like that. Don't worry about what the government doing or ain't doing or who in office. And that if you got your mind on what it's supposed to be on, all that don't matter to you no way. It's always gonna
Absolutely.
be a way through.
Always gonna be a way. So I wanted to touch on that as well. And I don't know. I just feel like the topic is a good topic. That God is about to do His big one, and
Yeah,
that's for a lot of people. That's really for a lot of believers. God, people don't understand, and I'm gonna say this prophetically that God is shifting, changing. He's shifting, and I don't know if y'all understand or recognize or realize what's really going on a spiritual level, but I'm only gonna say what God allowed me to say.
you're right.
We got to get our heart right with God.
Exactly.
Dropping like dropping like flies, and
Lies. Yes.
and 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 it's because of some things that a few people done. I'm gonna say, and I can't say it because I don't want to get us
Right. I know what you said.
the microscope,
Hmm.
but it's some things that people done a few years back. If y'all know what I mean, when they had us on lockdown, that's all I'm gonna say. And they wonder why a lot of people leaving him.
Hmm.
And I will say this part, as much as God allowed me to say. In that process, a lot of family members, told me, if I didn't do certain things, they weren't gonna talk to me no more.
Oh wow.
And it almost put me in the mind of the mark of the beast.
Mm. Oh yeah. Yeah. I get it.
And so, um, we don't know what time or hour we in. Only God knows. But
Right.
I will say this: prepare. I'm gonna say this to everybody, whether you who you believe in. Prepare. It don't even matter. One thing you cannot go chapter 11 or 13 is death. Okay,
That's right.
so ain't no escaping that. We all gotta go one day, and some may not die. Some may see the Lord coming. Right.
Right.
But I will say this: like, prepare. We all need to prepare our hearts to just get right with God. You know what I
Get right
mean?
with God. That's right.
And that's it. Because we all got to stand before Him. We all got to give an account of how we lived our lives on this earth. And so we want the tangible things of this earth, and that's wonderful. But within the same breath, what are we doing for God?
Exactly.
Like, who have you helped? Have you walked by the homeless and they ask you to buy them a burger, or it could be just the simple things. Or somebody could have called you and said, I need you to, you know, um, take me around the block, or
Right.
I just need a conversation with you. It's about really being there. And
Right.
and and a lot of people, I get a lot of slack from my peers about not no slack. I get a lot of I guess I don't know the word to say it, but I get a lot in regards to me being a crutch. I should say I don't even want to say the word crutch. They think it's a crutch, but people don't understand that yeah, I'm Lady T, but I'm also a woman of God. Like, and I feel like you gotta play you not play, but you gotta walk in what God called you to be at the end of the day.
Right.
That's the whole purpose of us being is being who everybody not called. So if you know you go through your life not just caring about nothing, is just being selfish. That's who were created to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because of who your father is. But if you walk in God, you can't. You created His image. You is love. You know what I mean? So outside of him blessing us and giving us all the tangible things and the careers and all the things that's gonna dissolve one day, we gotta make sure this is right. Our heart, our spirit, and you know, just showing them the love and grace. I'm seriously learning how to. I had to. Can I be real? I'm be very transparent. I had to literally bite my tongue and know I didn't do nothing. And this is about a family member saying about nothing else. And was swallow God rebuked me and swallowed my pride and was like, because I was like, God, I'm not talking to the people. They could woo, 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 woo. And God checked me like, you what? Pick up the phone and eat the words. And I had to swallow all what I said about this. And God said, no, I need you to apologize. For what? I didn't do nothing wrong to them. God said, I need you to make peace.
Right.
Because a lot of times we make peace at people's funeral, people die,
Right.
We
Get
want
on
to
the
rest in peace them to death.
right and
This
say
is
what
another
good
thing.
person they was and stuff all on their deathbed, but when they were alive, you didn't celebrate one, didn't even call and check on them or nothing like that. Or but now you got lots of words to say, and you only get 2 minutes up there to say something, and now
When
you
you
took
had
all the
hours,
chance up, right?
you had hours on hours to talk to somebody and tell them how you felt and how you love them. So I want to get everybody homework. If you got an out against your brethren, now everybody ain't your brethren. Everybody
Right.
don't God. But if you got out against your brother, and even if they may irk your soul, just make
Exactly.
with them.
You make things right, and you're 100% right, because I got a brother, my father's son, and I love him to death, but I cannot be around him more than 5 minutes because I just know he's gonna say or do something to cause some type of conflict. That's just him. That's how he is. When you know how people is, you just know how to deal with
Yeah,
them. You treat them with a long kind of food and stuff. It's a lot
absolutely.
of
I definitely got
family,
some.
friends, and stuff like that. Period. Too. You sometimes you just meant to be alone and be by yourself. You get a lot of time to think. You get
Yeah,
around people, they throw distractions in your life that bring unnecessary conflicts to your life and stuff like that. But then, like you say, God don't put you around people. He build a circle around you to test you to build who you are. Some of that stuff you gotta take. Like a lot of stuff I done went through with people in my lifetime. It's preparing me because there are people out there that I might have to deal with, socialize with. That's 20 times worse than them. Especially in this field that I'm in. So
yeah, because and I'm learning that, and I should know better because of the walk that the journey, that spiritual journey that I've walked, and I've dealt with all kinds of folks. But it's like when it's the difference in you having to deal with them and they are far. But when you
mm,
have to deal with them and they are in your circle, it's like,
exactly, yeah.
baby,
And
God, I'm about
sometimes
to.
you're forced to deal with them. So,
Oh Jesus! I be like, Lord, you bet. I ain't delivered all the way now. I got two cheeks, so
mhm,
I ain't got three.
right. But it is
But
a true saying, though. It is a saying. I like this saying. It is say you do not have control of who you're related to, but you do have
absolutely,
control of who you befriend and stuff like that. And
absolutely.
you don't even have control of who you work with and stuff like that either. So you just gotta.
Mm.
I think those family members prepare you for the people, because, like I say, them familiar spirits is a
Oh,
big thing because as much as I try to avoid my brother and stuff like that, I run into somebody at work that's 80 times worse than him, and I just be, I just have to go
and
in a
you know
corner and
what?
pray sometimes. You know,
Until you overcome that,
exactly.
it's like almost like it's a familiar spirit, but it's almost like on them it's a stronghold.
Oh, okay,
You know what I
strong. So
mean?
yeah, I heard that before. Yeah.
And so it's like the strong man is like it's some and it's like I don't know what it is. I don't know why that is, but it's something that God wants you to see or to be, you know what I mean? Maybe treat them a certain type of way, or I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what it could be. It's different for every situation. So I've had situations I'd be like, Lord, you better get them away from me. I'm about to slap. I'm about to slap them, G. So I know when I stand before God, He gonna be like, this is my slapping saint
Mhm.
right here. She be ready to slap somebody. But he working on me. I've been this
Working
way
on
since.
all us, yeah.
So it's like, I don't slap people as often as I used to.
Me neither. Yeah, we grown up, so yeah.
Hallelujah.
A lot
Because
of people I'd have been in
I think
cussed
about
out and stuff.
prison bars.
Exactly.
And so I asked God to take that quick temperament away from
Well,
me
yeah.
because I'm whew, baby. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah,
That's all I
boy.
gotta say.
All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna pause from a word from our sponsors, and we're gonna show a quick video, and we'll be discussing that after these messages. Stay tuned. I went from bogus bro to Sambo G to Mr.Success. Never fold under pressure, that's when I met my best. Throw me into the wolves, I come back leading the pack. Skill hunters with me, best believe they got my back. Now clothes can't change the world, but the person who rocks the mic. That's why I'm dressed for success, represent my people right. Dream big, brothers and sisters, hold your head up high. You woke up this morning, it's a blessing to be alive. Knowing who you are, God shall connect to the source. Giving thanks every day and get your back on course. Invest your money in some stock, be a smart D-boy. Keep your business to yourself, scrap hate and spread joy. Boy with nothing to do, the library's a spot to chill. Read a book, learn a trade because knowledge is real. No negative energy, lyrics holding my people back. The stuff I talk about will make Oprah Winfrey like rap, and these are facts. I just want peace, I just want peace, I just want peace, I just want
DJ Mr.Success.
It's a Chicago Vibe, now streaming on all platforms, wherever you get your podcasts. From Lady T Marie and yours truly, Mr.Success.
Am I what? Huh?
Are you okay? Do you need an ambulance?
The fuck I need an ambulance for? I'm biting my fucking nail.
What?
My love, what? Exactly what? What the fuck do you want?
Exactly.
My girl, I'm finna get on a bus. Get off my dick. Bro, Gray, you dumbass bitch. Oh, hold on, what? What? I'm saying, why did you even pull up on me? I'm biting my fucking nails. Cause I'm what? I couldn't hear you, what? Because I'm finna go to work, I'm gonna treat y'all ass on my grandma. What do y'all want, bro? What the fuck you mean what I got on my... Touch me, gang. Touch me. I don't have shit on me. Touch me, bro. What the fuck do y'all want from me, bro? What the fuck do y'all want from me, bro? You see this shit? Tell me what I got in my pocket. I don't have shit on me, gang. Record this. I'm catching a bus. They randomly jump out. Talking about what do I mean? What? Do I need an ambulance? Bounce out y'all cars. Look at this shit. Oh, bro, y'all just made my day. 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 Oh, bro, y'all just made my fuck. I'm on my way to work, bitch. And y'all stopping me on bro grade. Keep going. Keep going. I know. You just made me miss the bus, bitch. Y'all made it look like I'm the same, you fucking idiots. Oh, my grandma. What's your name? 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 What's your? I'm not touching. Don't touch me. What's your? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Y'all just made me miss the bus. Fuck y'all, you fucking goofies.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Itz A Chicago Vibe. Me, Lady T here, sitting here discussing when God is about to prepare you for something big. And we just played a little video doing a commercial. And it's just sad that, I mean, this is why a lot of leaders are removed from the neighborhood. And, you know, everybody is human, whether they're in law enforcement, judges, or regular people in the street like this. Now, after that video, I'm just glad that those weren't like no dirty cops or nothing like that, because it's all about respect. And I know
Yeah.
a lot of leaders, a lot of gang leaders, street leaders, parenting and everything teach you about respect. I don't know what was going on, why the lady asked him, did he need the ambulance by the nail? But you got to think they're at work. They could have been investigating a crime or anything, but to keep unnecessary conflict down, all he had to do was say, no, ma'am, I don't need a ambulance, and waited on his bus. He got smart, got the swearing with attitude. She didn't ask him with attitude, though. And you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, cussing at him and calling her bitchs and stuff like that. It was two men and two women. Now one of the men officers would have came to the rescue, defended him. Accidentally hit him too hard. We'd have been out there protesting Black Lives Matter and stuff like that again, this, that, and the other. But I mean, dude, right, red, wrong, and wrong. All I had to do was say no. Or don't
Yeah.
even answer. Just stand there. I mean, if you just that attitude, if can't nobody ask you nothing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it just certain things can be avoided in our neighborhood, but that's why we need some of these leaders back out here for some of these street dudes. Without, I could clearly see that he wasn't raised with probably a real man figure in his life or something like that. That you don't have to be that disrespectful, especially to nobody that ain't really doing nothing to you. You out in the streets, you outside, somebody's gonna approach and say something to you. I don't be want to be bothered sometimes when I'm walking down the street with people, but it's about all about respect. Respect yourself, you know. You ain't gotta say no. We got a lot going on in our community as well. They could have been looking for somebody, a kidnapper or something walking around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Not to judge no book by the quarter, but it's stuff they do that they have to do their investigation at. You standing there and then you do get hostile, you know, and I'm just, like I said, I'm just glad those were no bad cops, because that could have went a whole nother way. What did you think about the video, Lady T? Cause
Well, in regards to that, I have two different perspectives. I agree that he could have, his approach could have been different, but within the same breath, I understand the approach because I see it all the time and hear a lot of what, you know, her. It could have been. I feel like, he could have, said what he said in a different way. But I
right.
feel like also, with what our black men, and I can't speak to no other race, but what I am, our black men go through, not just in Chicago, around the world, with the police and the police brutality. And I've experienced myself, living in, when I lived in
Right.
Florida, of the police, telling me, being racist towards me, and telling me that because I'm black and this and that, and calling me out my name. And so that if you experience that, that could have been like a
Yeah,
trigger.
it could
Or
have
and
been.
also I know people who have been beaten by the police. You know what I mean? Who didn't do anything. They probably was a little intoxicated and got roughened up about, by the police or whatever. I'm not saying that all police are bad, but we do have some that take their job. It's a job.
Exactly. Some do
They
take
take
it
it a
too
little bit
serious.
too serious. You know what I mean? So, um, that could have been avoided by the officers as well. You know what I
But
mean?
I think it was kind of because he just missed his bus. They got on back and their car and went on. Like I said, if those were some different officers, that could have went a whole different
No,
way.
what I'm saying is the mere fact that you asking this man why is he biting his nails is a dig. You know what I mean?
No, the way I saw it, Because if they was crooked, they would have whooped them. Ain't no telling, like I said, what they were investigating in the neighborhood. Suspects. People run. People do crimes and run. Then they get nervous. And when you get nervous, you bite your nails or something.
That's
Maybe it
true.
was one of those. They was trying to make sure he wasn't somebody they're looking for or something. But
Yeah,
he bought that. Whether you had bad experience with cops, you know how some of them are. See, like I say, a couple of apples will make any bunch look bad. Like us as a race, period. All of us ain't out there doing committing crimes and doing
mhm,
these murders and stuff like that. But
absolutely.
don't know that. You don't know all cops not bad. Cause like I say, those was
That's
full
true.
white cops that they could have beat
Yeah,
that boy down to a puff, threw that gun in it, put a gun on him and anything. I saw
absolutely.
cops done people like that. I've had cases like that they don't put stuff on me and stuff though. But it's just the energy you put
It's
out
so
to any
yeah,
situation to get
and
you up
that's
out of some stuff.
and so let me say this differently. So that should have been his approach. So for the people that's out there that's listening, whether you're in Chicago or whatever, if you do, because I know I've had situations where I be on ready to go war to war with them because I'm so serious. And
And
then
it should be like because of a bad experience though. And it should be
and
like
then
that. You
they
gotta
come up and be like, "Hi, how was your day?" And I'll be
right.
like,
See?
"Okay, how you doing? Here you
Right.
go. Here's my." Recently, I got pulled over a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? But I've had bad situations where
Mm-hmm.
I done got cussed out, like, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, okay, this is going a different way."
Mm-hmm.
So, with all that has happened and with bad situations from going all the way back from our parents and their parents, you know, a lot of people just like on edge, you know what I mean, and be ready for like, okay, ain't no telling what if the man had a mental problem.
Or that it could have been that too, and they might have
You know
sensed
what
that.
I'm saying?
And and if people are going through stuff, that could be a way to it. That's why I say I'm just glad they walked off, noticed it. He wasn't
Absolutely.
who they was looking for, whatever, and they just let it go. But
It's
all people not like that. It's about energy you put out there, and
yeah. So as officers, I think the officer, a lot of the off the training, I don't know how the training go. I'm not an officer.
hmm
But I think they need to. I think they have now, because
hmm
I do know the ones that's in University Park handle. They really good. They really
yeah.
good. Um, they help people. They don't really be super aggressive, especially with certain situations, especially if they know a person that has mental illness. But you
And it's
don't
such
know
that.
if a person that
And
deals
I
with
could tell one of them cops they looked at that like that because when he kept going on, be this, be that, be that, that is like especially when they walk towards and they could have found any excuse. Oh, you bumped me, you're going to jail, and stuff like that. And so that's what I say,
yeah,
and that make me think a lot more that they are trying to go by the book. Some of them anyway. All right, and all I'm saying is that we as a people need to be taught respect and how to respect authority figures. Some people don't even respect their parents or they immediate family and stuff like that. It's just they always got anger issues and just yelling, shouting, and like I say, some things can be avoided without attracting attention, and that's something that we're missing in the community, especially the street people. They haven't been taught discipline and stuff like that. So
yeah. I agree. I definitely agree. I feel like some people have been taught disciplines as well, but don't utilize what they've been taught. You know what I
right.
mean? This is a different generation from the time.
Mhm.
This generation have lack of respect for not just the police, they mama, the
A-
daddy, themselves. You know what I
Anybody
mean?
around them, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I think when they stop the discipline in the homes and you can't
Mhm.
I don't see no wrong with getting a whooping.
A child can call DCFS on his own mother. That's what started it right there,
And let me tell you something about me. I told every last one of my children, and I told the police, you might as well take them with you because as long as they're in
Your house, yep.
and you disrespect me, you gonna get dealt with. And
All
that's just
right.
so. And I think that's what we need to bring back to, it's a difference between abuse
Yeah, I
and
agree.
Because even the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the
The
child.
child, right? Yeah.
So ain't nothing wrong with. I even got a stitcher cord one time,
Yeah, what you mean one time? I didn't got extension cord whoopings a few times.
and I'm still here.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it made you the person that you are. You know, you learned respect. You know how to, it taught you a lot. So,
my grandma. I'm telling you, how what you call a hog tie? I, I ain't trying to get my grandma can't get in trouble, but
right.
they feel my legs up. What? But I only thing bad I did was I ran away. And then
Yeah.
I didn't really run away. I was hiding in the alley
You showed me that.
and see the police come and waited until they left. And my grandma was like, I watched the whole thing. I was just laughing. I thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny when I got that whooping though. So
Yeah. But yeah, that's what they need to bring back. People not chastising the children no more. Or even at the schools, like they scared of the kids. You even see the videos, and it's just that too though. Sometimes, like I saw this one video, the teacher was trying her best to keep the girl from harming her, and so when she pushed the girl back, it's like, I mean, what can you do? You're not gonna let nobody just physically hurt you, but the children do that. I mean, they swing on these people and stuff like that, knowing in reality they can't beat them, but they just know it's certain laws that protect them and stuff like that. And it's just, hey, it's making society bad, worse. They ain't getting no discipline, and they get out here in these streets and you see stuff like that. I'm just glad that turned out the way it did. All he did was miss the bus, and when one was coming back in the next 7 minutes, so he'll be all right. So,
let me give y'all a quick story, and I'm gonna do it. It's a Bible story of a prophet in the Bible who these children were laughing and mocking him. They were stoned to death.
see, stoned to death.
They were playing with
Wow.
God people and your elders, and I'm just big. I'm grown. I'm an adult. I'm finna be 44. I This is another thing. The cursing, like
Mm-hmm.
I do not curse in front of my parents.
Me
My
right now
parents,
today, I don't. I watch my foul
I
language in front of my
just
mother. I do not,
this
even my father.
generation. One thing I respect about my second born, Deanna, she won't even let nobody curse in front of me. But that's how I talk to my kids. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
grown and I still don't cuss in front of my mother and my father. Like,
Me too.
my grandparents, no elders. Like, I cannot feel
uh,
that comfortable where I could just be, you know what I mean, disrespectful like that. Just
right. But see,
everywhere.
like my uncles that was like close, I had uncles that was closer to my age. That's different because they was raised by us. But
Yeah,
like my uncles like
your elders.
other than
Yeah.
my father, them I don't even swear and curse in front of them.
Mm, yeah. I just can't do it. Just
But that's come from that chastising and stuff. No, that's how you got the respect instilled in you, and
absolutely.
nowadays kids are just running around. So just gotta, hey, like you said
Well,
in the beginning, you gotta stay prayed up, stay in the word, pay no
beat them,
God,
parents. Beat them. Beat
beat them. There you go.
like in the color purple. Who's that said? Beat
I
them.
told Hoppo to beat.
Listen. Hey, listen. Let me tell y'all what the police. This the law, and I'm glad they did that in front of my. It's not. You can whoop your kids. Let me say it again for the people in the back. You can discipline your kids. What the officer told me is you cannot leave bruises.
Oh, right, yeah.
So when my daughter tried to get out of pocket, I knocked her unconscious. Not literally.
I know, right?
When the police came, she was like, "You going to jail?" What a bruises there, honey. And
Mhm.
I'm just one. I'm gonna discipline man. I tell the police. I
Got
tell the
to.
mayor, the alderman, Jesus. I'm gonna be mad. I'm not gonna literally beat them,
Right.
but you know what I mean.
You
You're
got to
gonna
put
get.
them in their place, right? It's only fair.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah. On that note, We're gonna go and wrap everything up short but sweet this week, but I think it was a powerful message in both segments. So, you know the business, Lady T. Hit the people with the words of affirmation for the week.
Well, today's affirmation of today is to stand strong. Know that God is about to do his big one on you, and know that no trial, no storm, no obstacle that you are going through, that you've been through, is going to hold you down. I am your girl, Lady T. Marie, signing out, sending love to the world and hugs to them thugs.
DJ Mr.
Oh yeah,
Success.
stand strong and receive them blessings. And you know my motto: when you with Mr. Success, you always have a ball. If I can't tell the truth, it's nothing at all. Mr. Success, bringing pleasure, no stress. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
C-H-I-C-A-G-O, C-H-I-C-A, let's go, 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 C-H-I-C-A-G-O, C-H-I-C-A, let's go.
I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Itz A Chicago Vibe. Every week we'll be dropping a new episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.